Hey, what's up, Periscope? Hey, Archon Mounts. Hey, Larry Becker. Hey, Victoria. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Keith Dixon. What's going on? Hey, Candace. And thanks, Archon, for sharing. Hello, E.B. Luther. Where am I? I'm at home in Atlanta. What's up? Yes, I knew what you meant. So, guys, I imagine if you're in this whole Periscope thing, you're watching, maybe sometimes some of you are actually doing your own broadcast, you probably have figured out some ways or some things that could be better about Periscope. And I'm working on a blog post. It'll either go up tomorrow morning, which means tonight, or tomorrow night, which means, what's today? Tuesday, Wednesday, so it'll either be Wednesday or Thursday. And I want to make it at least 20 things that we want in Periscope, and I've got, I think, 15. I'll take you through my list, and you guys help me with the last 5. Sound good? Yay, nay, no, yes, hearts. Okay, hearts means yes. Tap the screen. Thanks, Larry, for inviting your followers. Yes, hearts. Hearts are like Scooby snacks. You got to keep giving hearts. Tap the screen if you're new to Periscope. All right, so let's go through my list. Oh my God, thanks for the hearts. The hearts are amazing. And also thanks for all of you who share to your Twitter and or Periscope followers. To be able to watch on the PC because it runs up my data bill. Well, you can watch on the PC. You can actually go to the web and watch this broadcast right now. So that's not new. That's been there. All right, so let me show you guys my list. And there we go, let that focus. All right, so the first thing on my list is actually something that would make Periscope maybe a little bit better for those that like to share the stage with others. And that's the ability to bring in someone into your scope. You know, they're on their phone, you're on your phone, they're on their computer, you're on your computer, whatever, and you hand it over to them, but you still keep control because it's your scope. So when they're done talking, or when you're done for them talking, you could take control back. So that would be one, is the ability to bring someone else in. The next one, and this is one I hear all the time, it's one that frustrates me. Right now, there's no ability, when you watch a replay, there's no fast forward or rewind. In other words, you have to, if you get stuck, you have to go do something else, and you want to come back and pick up where you left off, sorry, you've got to watch the whole thing over from scratch to get that last few minutes that you wanted again. So fast forward and rewind buttons on the replay would be much appreciated. And one that I'm going to add right now that I see the focus is freaking out on my computer is I'd love to be able to focus the camera and lock it so it doesn't keep trying to autofocus on that text. All right, next one. The ability to see a complete list of viewers. This used to be in Periscope. When you end your broadcast, you would have the entire list of everyone that watched your broadcast. Now you only see like the last 20 or 30 that joined. So it'll say let's say you had 100 people watching, you'll see the last 20 names, and then it'll say 80 more were watching, but you don't actually get to see who those 80 people were. So from a broadcaster standpoint, it would be nice to see the entire list. Maybe I want to go back and check out someone that was on my broadcast, and I can't see them all. If they got on early, I'll never see them again. And again, this is not something new. This used to be in Periscope in the first version. All right, next one, wrap comments so they don't wrap around the person's, they don't go across the content or across the person's face that you're watching. So the ability to, they're saving all this stuff for a premium pay model. And that could be, but I hate when there was something in there that they took it out. So I can see making new things for a pay model, but don't take the things out that used to be free. All right, so just better control. I know you can turn comments off if you're the viewer, or I can turn them off as the broadcaster, which I wouldn't want to do because I want to see what people are saying. But just have more control so that they don't go across the entire screen. All right. Now, this is something that Blab does. It gives you the ability to schedule a broadcast. So you could say, I'm going to broadcast, tomorrow at noon Eastern time, and everyone that's following you gets a message that you're going to go on at that time. And they also, of course, also would get the message when you're actually on. Yep, it would be good to use a camera and mic that's not a phone. I agree. Let's see. Put a stop button on the main display. You know how if you're broadcasting, the only way to stop it is to swipe down to expose the stop button. There's no reason why there can't be a stop button somewhere on the screen where you can just tap. All right, next one. Ability to keep broadcasts longer than 24 hours. So right now, if you do a broadcast, and this broadcast I'm doing right now, it's going to expire 24 hours from today. Now, I know there's a website that I'm actually experimenting with, this being my first broadcast using it. There's a website called Catch, K-A-T-C-H .me, M-E. And right now, Catch is catching this broadcast where they will store it forever for replay. So this is my first broadcast where I've enabled Catch on their website to catch this broadcast. So we'll see what happens. But Periscope needs, and again, I could see that being in a paid model where 24 hours for free, paid model, or some other kind of feature that allows you to save the broadcast longer. Yep, Catch. And if you hashtag it Catch, like you just did, that will also, even if you could do that on anyone's broadcast, by the way. Let's say it's someone who's not using Catch. You can hashtag in the comments Catch, like you just did. And what that broadcaster will get is a tweet from Catch that's saying one of your viewers wants this available for replay, and the broadcaster can acknowledge yes or no that they want it kept. So even if you can do that on anyone's broadcast. So I'm doing it already on this one. But just to know, if you go to someone's broadcast and you really want to be able to see it longer than 24 hours, you can Catch to do that. We actually used to have scheduled broadcasts in beta. Well, used to. That's not a good way to say it. Why is it used to? How come it's not still there? Okay, ability to save videos with the comments and hearts. Right now, if you save a video to your camera roll, to your computer, or to your phone, it just saves the raw video, which I have a whole thing about that in a minute. But anyway, it just saves the raw video. So, like, I'm addressing people's comments right now. No one would actually see the comments if I use that video anywhere else. So it kind of looks like, I'm just talking to someone that no one can see in context what was being said. So unless I repeat the question, a saved raw video is kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't save the comments and hearts. Exactly. So that's number 8, the ability to save with the comments and hearts. Yeah, and by the way, that's a preference. So in your Periscope preferences, you can choose to save the broadcast to your camera roll. But again, it's just the regular video at that point. And that brings me to number 9. They need to fix the saved videos because right now they're a complete mess. When they went to landscape format, like I'm broadcasting in landscape right now, excuse me, when I look at that saved video, it will be portrait on my phone, 90 degrees turned. So in other words, it'll be like you took a landscape video and turned it on its side. So without having some type of editing capabilities, like some editing software, like I would take it into Premiere and turn it, you can't see the video saved. You can't put it up anywhere because it would just look weird. You would be turned on your side. And it gets worse. If you flip the camera like I did, I started off on me, then I flipped it to the computer screen. It flips it 90 degrees the opposite way each time you flip the camera. So you'd be facing to the left 90 degrees when it's on you, and facing to the right when it's on the rear camera. So the saved video right now is useless. And even if you're going to go in and edit all the flipping around, it's extremely low res right now for some reason. Like the video saved is like 300 by 500 dimensions, pixel dimensions. So it's not HD, it's not even SD, it's really, really low res. All right. Next one, ability to show other content on your smartphone, pictures and video. Rumor has it that that one's coming actually. That's a feature that's on the books. So for example, you're in the middle of a broadcast and you have a picture on your phone that you want to show in your broadcast. That rumor has it that that ability is coming. Also, I don't know if it includes video, but that'd be kind of cool to be able to bring up a video that's on your phone and show it during the broadcast. So we'll see what happens. All right, next one. Let's see. The broadcaster, giving the broadcaster ability to share links. A lot of times we talk about products, we talk about websites, we talk about things that, you know, unless I ask one of you to type it in, I can't show you what I'm talking about unless I put it on the screen. So maybe I can queue up some links that I'm going to use throughout the broadcast ahead of time and then bring those in at the end and say, here's my links page. So some kind of way to do links. And next one, ability to follow someone that you're seeing on Twitter. For example, let's say I tap on you right now. I can tap and see your profile, but I can't follow you on Twitter. There is a broadcast in privacy mode right now, so that's already there for that last comment. It doesn't work right, but it is there. They do have a privacy mode where you can Periscope to a select group of people, and you have to pick them manually. All right, and let's see, my 13th one is, okay, I already talked about that, manual control of the camera and focus. And number 14, oh, I got that one twice. Okay, so share links, I need to replace that top one with this one. So now you guys got to help me come up with 6 features, because that one doesn't count, and that's it. So I need, actually I need 7 features from you guys. So I'm going to switch back to me. There we are. And let me edit my notes here. Okay, hang on. Before you start typing your features, I don't want to miss them in the comments because I'm not looking right now. Hang on a second. So if you typed it already, you might have to type it again. All right, let me fix this first. This comment or this suggestion is actually a duplicate. Let me take that one out and replace it. Replace number 11 with that one. All right, guys. So what's feature number 14 that you want? Let's see it. Group shares. Explain what you mean by group shares. Recently watched tab. Okay, I like that. I'm adding it, so you get credit for that one. Recently watched tab. Ability to search for a broadcast we get knocked out of, and the ability to save someone's broadcast. Okay, that kind of goes into the recently watched. So actually, that's kind of the same thing. Share screen. What do you mean? Share like a computer screen, or share what screen? Because you're doing it from your phone. Managing groups. Yep, I like that one. All right, I added the managing groups. You guys are good. Share a screen on your device. Again, I'm not like, what do you mean? Like, I'm on my phone right now. What screen would I be sharing? Auto dictation. Explain what you mean by that. What gets dictated? So I like the share screen idea, but are you saying share what screen? Comment on your own scope. Well, I don't see them doing that one because then you'd have to bring up a keyboard and start typing on your own scope. But that could be in conjunction with the link feature. Instead of typing a comment, profile views and notifications. Profile views, okay. That might make the list. Let's see. All right. Need some more. Keep going. These are good. Not always appropriate to talk. Ah, okay, I agree with that. Ability to type comments, like when you're scoping something in an acquired environment and you can't talk. I've been in those situations where I'm scoping like a lecture and people are asking me questions. I can't, I can whisper to my phone, but, so yeah, I do like that feature. Ability to, for the broadcaster to type, to comment, let's say. All right, curse filter or filtering. And I should say filter or filter for banned words. That way I'll know what that means. Okay, what else? Privately message you, but not everyone. Okay, I could see that. That's a good one, Larry. Oh, I didn't see that one. Lower receiver video calls. I didn't see that last one, so bring that one back up. I saw receiver calls or something like that. Victoria's back. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Keep the hearts flowing. Got to reach 1 million hearts at some point. Well, it wouldn't necessarily be cannibalizing Twitter because it's a whole different medium. Twitter is all about text and images and now video. That's it. This is more about live. So I don't necessarily see that that would cannibalize Twitter. But it's odd that a company that's owned by Twitter, Periscope can't follow. You can't follow someone on Twitter by clicking on their profile. That's just weird. Yeah, better Twitter integration. Show the duration. Oh my God, yes. How long is this broadcast going to be? You know, do I have to wait 5 minutes, whatever? Show the duration of a replay. This app shows why Twitter has issues. Okay. I won't put that in my blog post. Duration, yes. Your Periscope costs are too high. Is that because of your data plan? Got to get on Wi-Fi if you're going to do a lot of periscoping. Thanks for the hearts, folks. Keep the hearts flowing. I just see all the love just flowing over there. It's great. Or on your side, it's probably over here. Add text to broadcast by broadcaster. Yep, already got that one. That was already suggested. Giving the broadcaster the ability to do text comments. So I got 20 already. I'm just waiting for any more good ones that I might replace a weaker one with a better one. I want to keep it at 20, but I'll go longer if there's some really solid ones, or I'll replace one that's, you know, kind of okay, but with a more important one. How much data does the app use approximately? No idea. I'm on an unlimited data plan, so it's not something I've ever had to be concerned with. It's a good question, though. Sorry, folks, I got myself in a double tap the screen too many times to flip. You use 3 to 4 gigabytes a month with frequent watching. That's a lot. Access to the most popular broadcast Periscope blocks when there are too many in a scope. So I got a trick for that one, by the way. So if you ever gone to a scope that's popular and it says whatever it says, too many to leave a comment, whatever it says where you can't type because there are already too many people in it. Believe it or not, so let's say whatever that number is, let's say it's 200 people. Well, Periscope will, once it hits 200, will block the 201 person from doing comments. But if you do what the person just said, in the opposite way actually, go out of the broadcast and go back in, go out and go back in, as many times as it takes, someone that was started out has dropped off and you'll get that next slot. So granted, you shouldn't have to do that. I don't know why there's a limit on the comments unless they just feel a certain number, you just get too many Like they go by so fast, the person will never be able to see them. But how about this? I got one for the broadcaster at least. Broadcaster ability to scroll back the comments. You know, in other words, one went by, I'm not going to see it. Let me go ahead and pull it back down. Let me see the comment that went by too fast. Or pause comments. Yes, for the broadcaster, pause. Let me see, let me read them out, then hit continue. They keep going up, and I can scroll back and forth. I get to control that comment list. That would be awesome. Okay, so that came out of this broadcast. That's going to make the list for sure. For users to about broadcasters. For users to, oh, okay, well, okay, so just general ability to scroll comments. So we won't limit it to just broadcasters. Replay scrubbing wasn't mentioned, but yeah, well, not scrubbing, but fast forward, rewind, pause, that kind of, well, pause is already there, but fast forward, rewind, that's already in there. Comment slowing, okay, we'll put that in the scrolling part. I'll add slowing. Get rid of the, see, that one's fading away. Get rid of the delay that, I saw something about comments and it faded away because I looked away. See, now if I had my control, I could scroll it back down and read it. Thank you. Well, this will make the blog post. You guys are inspiring me. I may do it tonight. So look at terrywhite.com. As a matter of fact, Catch is catching this broadcast. Catch, KATCH.me, M-E, and they let you embed a broadcast on your website. So if that works, you'll see this. You'll see my blog post tomorrow at terrywhite.com with this broadcast embedded on it. Yep, that's the one. Catch. So if that works out, this broadcast will be a part of the blog post tomorrow. Anything else? Any other frustrations with Periscope that we haven't already covered? Yeah, Victoria, I'm dying to try the catch feature, so I enabled it before this broadcast. All you have to do is go to catch.me. You sign in with your Twitter ID, your Twitter account, and you have an auto catch button that you can check, so that way any future broadcast you do will automatically be saved to their site. Or you can turn that off and just put the catch hashtag in your title, and that will that way you get to pick and choose which broadcast gets saved. Even if you save them all, you can always go to the site and delete the ones you don't want kept. I'm not sure how it works if you do a private broadcast. So, oh, by the way, someone mentioned private broadcast earlier, and I said it's there already, but it never works. It never works for me, and here's why. If you do a private, there's a feature. You can, when you start your broadcast, I think it's the second button from the left of the location. So there's location, private, limit the comments to only people that follow you, and tweet. So the second button is for private broadcasting. When you tap that button, it brings up a list of your followers, and you can tap just the people you want to be able to see this broadcast. The problem with it is, and I've tried it every time there's a new update, it never shows people that I'm actually looking for. So it's like it cuts off the list. It's not my entire list of followers. And there's a search. You can even type in the name, which is great. I'll type in every name I can think of people that are following me, and it never finds any of those names. I'll scroll all the way down alphabetically to where that name should be, and it never shows those names. So I'm not sure if private broadcasting is only displaying my most recent followers or not, but it certainly doesn't display the followers that, because I've wanted to do tests of different features of Periscope. And I would say, okay, let me do a test to a specific person. That way I'm not wasting everyone's time broadcasting to everyone, and I can never find the person I want to do the test with. So I've typed in Larry Becker's on the phone, or on the broadcast. I've typed in Larry. I've typed in Victoria. I've typed in Scott Kelby. I've typed in all the people that I would, yeah, it's really, really private. I've typed in all the people that I would want to do a test with, and I can't. So someone said they thinks it limits it to 500, but they're picking the 500. Never are they picking, never am I getting to pick which 500 show up in that list. So apparently I think what it is it cuts off starting at the last, or the last person to follow you 500 down. So most of the people I'd want to test with were early followers of mine. They never show up on the list. So that definitely needs to get fixed. If you're going to do private, let me pick the private people. And as someone suggested earlier, groups. Let me make a group. Yeah, search on here is awful. Let me do a group. That way, if I add people to the group, I can always broadcast to that group. Instead of having to pick, let's say they were in the list, I'd still have to pick them every single time manually. So guys, was this helpful? You guys contributed to the greater good of Periscope, and of course to my blog post. And you're going to be included because you'll be in this. You'll be in this scope, and that way, people will get a chance to see your profiles come up. So as you're commenting, as you're doing right now, people will see who you are, what you said, people I'm talking to, and hopefully they'll get to follow you as well. With that said, one last thing. Giveaway. So occasionally I get products from vendors that I could give away on Periscope. And I've got some ideas of how to do it, how to pick the names. But what mechanism would you guys suggest as a way to give it away? I could randomly pick a follower. That's easy enough to do. I could randomly pick a tweet. That's easy enough to do. But what do you guys think? Give me some suggestions based on height. Okay, the tallest person wins the prize. Matter of fact, Archon Mounts is on here. You guys should follow them. They're giving me stuff to give away as well. I'll pick a name and they'll ship it directly. So Archon is very, very, very supportive of the broadcast community. As a matter of fact, I'm using one of their mounts right now. Let me show you one of the other ones. This is the one I do or use when I'm doing dual broadcast. This is the TW Broadcaster on a desktop mount. So this one allows me to mount two devices, obviously. I typically am periscoping on one side and Facebook Live on the other side. So Archon is going to let me give some stuff away. There they are, Archon mounts. They just said thanks. Go ahead and follow them, guys. They give away stuff too, so you should follow their broadcast, if nothing else, just to watch their broadcast. Very, very, very well built. Hasn't dropped the device yet. Rotates, of course. And the other way to use this, of course, since the video that comes out of Periscope is so bad, you could have one device just doing regular video and the other device for scoping or live broadcast. So you could do Meerkat and Periscope. Periscope and Facebook. Periscope and record video. And of course they have one that does an iPad as well. So phone and iPad on two different sides. They tilt, rotate, the whole mount tilts and rotates. The mount itself goes up and down. So again, I inspired them to build this, but they took it to the next level by offering all these different models. So they have a desktop model now. They have the handheld model that I use. They have the one that goes on a tripod. For example, I'll take this off. So I just lifted that off. And normally at a conference, you'd see me walking around like this, or actually like that. So I can periscope with one hand and broadcast to two things. And of course, that's got the tripod mount on the bottom. So these guys are great. You should follow them. I'm going to give away some of their stuff at some point. Maybe this weekend, and they give away stuff once a week. Stereoscope. Stereoscope. Write down write down a number on a piece of paper at the beginning, and see. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I could write down a number at the beginning, have all the comments try and guess the number. Who's ever closest, pick them as the winner, and then show the number, so we're not cheating. That could work. Biggest laugh? Well, it's kind of hard to judge a laugh on comments. But I could go by the number of hearts you give, the number of times you share. No, I'm just kidding. Number of hearts would maybe push you up the list, though. Yep, see, there go, there go the hearts. They fly now. Yep, you win. Archon, you guys are great. Victoria is great. She always gives me hearts, too. And by the way, in case you wondered, if you tap the screen, you'll give someone hearts, but they're limited to 500. So you can only give them 500 hearts per broadcast. But if you jump out and jump in, you can give them another 500. Just saying, in case you wanted to give me more than the limit for this one broadcast. It'd be okay. All right, guys, I'm rambling on. You got stuff to do. I got a blog post to finish now. And Archon sent me 500. Thank you. My thumb is broken. Thank you for the hearts. If you broke your thumb, sorry about that. How can I tell? How can you tell is limited to 500? Because Periscope at one point said it. And then one of their updates on their blog, they said that it's limited to 500. Don't have a heart attack. I try not to. Trying to eat healthy, but I think you meant the hearts on Periscope. Try not to have that heart attack anyway, though. And you guys, again, I'll do my closing. Take care. Have a good one.